Welcome to episode 2 of the EUSD Staff Wellness Podcast. Working in a school, it's something else. Whether you're wrangling tiny humans, trying to inspire those future leaders, or, just keeping the whole operation humming along, it really is this incredible symphony of energy, dedication, and, let's be honest, constant juggling. Amazing work, truly. But wow, it asks a lot from you. Sometimes feels like your coffee cup needs its own IV drip, right?
Oh, absolutely. It really does. And that level of output, that constant giving, well, it makes talking about something like mental well-being totally fundamental.
Yeah.
It's not just a nice to have. It's essential for actually sustaining that energy,
Exactly. So for this deep dive, we've gathered some really interesting insights, stuff created specifically for you, the fantastic people in the Empire Union School District. Our mission today, basically to unpack the key ideas on how we can shift the conversation around mental health at work, and also figure out when and, crucially, how to reach out for support genuinely.
Yeah, and the core idea running through all of it is about proactively building a culture, a place where discussing mental health isn't just like tolerated, but actually supported, actively embraced. It's about creating that foundation of care.
And one of the most powerful points right from the start in this material is this call for a complete shift in how we see things. It really challenges the old ways of thinking.
It really does. It frames reaching out for mental health support not as, a weakness or some kind of personal failing, but actually as a profound act of strength, which is huge.
That's a big shift.
It is, especially for educators, for support staff. There's often this unspoken pressure, isn't there, to be the rock, to always seem okay, always resilient, ready for anything. But this material points out that recognizing your own needs, having the courage to seek support, that isn't tapping out. It's actually deep self-awareness. It maintains your ability to show up effectively day after day. It's like strategic self-care, not weakness.
Okay, so if asking for help is reframed as strength, what's stopping people? What's the biggest barrier? I'm guessing it's that old chestnut, stigma.
You hit the nail on the head. Yeah, the message is really clear. We have to reject stigma, actively prohibit it. And the material really emphasizes that stigma, well, it loves silence. It thrives when we all pretend everything's fine, even when it's not. And one key way to tackle it, encourage more open, honest conversations, even about the tough stuff, with colleagues.
Right. And I can imagine thinking about that. It might feel a bit awkward at first.
Yeah.
Chatting about feeling stressed or overwhelmed in the break room, maybe instead of just debating whose turn it is to make coffee, feels a little clunky.
That's exactly why the material talks about building psychological safety. That's the term they use. It's not about spilling your entire life story, definitely not. But it is about creating an environment where maybe just a brief, honest, wow, today was heavy, is met with understanding, not judgment. Just imagine that, knowing it's okay to say that little shift. It can build so much trust and real support within a team.
And a huge piece of making those conversations even feel possible, as the material highlights, is really driving home that basic truth. Mental health is health, period. Just like physical health. Not some separate weird thing we only whisper about.
It sounds so simple when you put it like that, doesn't it? But it's true. We often treat them so differently. Like, you wouldn't just, walk around on a broken ankle hoping it gets better, would you? Or try to tough out pneumonia without seeing a doctor. Our mental well-being needs that exact same level of seriousness and care. Otherwise, you just get quiet suffering, burnout.
Which leads to a really important question then.
Yeah.
What kind of support are we talking about when you're navigating this spectrum of well-being?
That's a crucial point the material makes. Mental health isn't one thing. It exists on a spectrum. So naturally, the support needed has to be just as varied. On one end, maybe it's the daily stress, right? A tough parent meeting or just feeling buried under grading. On the other end, it could be more persistent burnout or maybe anxiety that's really impacting sleep or depression affecting how you engage. Because it is a spectrum, there's no single magic bullet. Access to different kinds of support is key.
Like what kinds?
Well, it could be informal peer support, just talking with a trusted colleague, or using resources like your district's EAP, the Employee Assistance Program, which, is often a confidential, free resource for short-term counseling, sometimes even legal or financial advice. Super useful. Or it might mean professional therapy. The right help really depends on where you are on that spectrum at that time.
Okay. And the last piece the material touches on, which feels really important and just human, is acknowledging that, stuff outside work, family challenges, personal life changes, that obviously impacts how we feel and function at work too.
Yes. And connecting that to the bigger picture, it's really about promoting better work-life integration. It's seeing that we're not just our job titles, we're whole people, right? With
Hmm.
lives, stresses, joys, all happening outside the school building. And a truly supportive culture, as the material suggests, sees that connection. Things like understanding, maybe some flexibility, empathy around personal challenges. They aren't just nice extras, they're actually vital for overall staff well-being and ultimately for everyone's ability to really thrive in their
Oh,
roles.
wow. So, okay, we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about shifting our view, seeing asking for help as strength, not weakness. We've hit on how vital it is to actively fight stigma, the importance of those open conversations, even if they feel a bit awkward initially, to build that psychological safety and that fundamental truth. Mental health is health, just like physical health. Remembering the broken ankle, plus understanding mental health is the spectrum, so support needs vary, could be peers, EAP, therapy. And finally, recognizing we're whole people and our home lives impact our work lives.
Exactly. And knowing all this, especially for everyone listening in Empire Union, it's genuinely empowering. It equips you to advocate for yourself and also helps contribute to building that culture where everyone feels truly supported, mentally and physically.
So here's a little challenge, a practical thought for your week ahead. Maybe think about one small action you could take. Could you gently push back if you overhear something that sounds like stigma? Or maybe, just maybe, be a tiny bit more open with a colleague you trust about how your day is really going. Or perhaps even just take 5 minutes to look up the support resources the district actually offers, just so you know they're there, for you, or maybe for someone else.
Remember Empire to engage, educate, and empower, and you have to take care of yourself in order to be able to do that.